We had some updated numbers now from the administration on the pace of Obamacare enrollments. These are the numbers from HHS now reporting the following. This is as of February 1, 3.2 million. This was the expectation at the end of January, 4.3 million, well off the target from there, and still well off the ultimate goal of 7 million by the end of March. Ages 18 to 34, the target was 40%. Well under that at 25%. This is a critical aspect to that law, too, to get young people to buy into it. Enrollment so far below the 6.2 million of the cancellations as of mid-February at 6.2 million across the country. Want to bring in a couple of friends with us right now. Doug Schoen, Democratic strategist, Fox News contributor, and Rich Lowry from the National Review, and also a Fox News contributor as well. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you. You guys look very well ensconced inside and nice and warm. Doug, as a Democrat, are you tired of defending this law?
No, I think it's part of the conversation. The law has problems. We've still had canceled policies. People haven't been able to keep their doctors, as you emphasized, Bill. Bottom line, we're not getting enough sign-ups from young people to make this economically viable. And we still aren't clear that the cost benefit analysis will work in terms of lowering cost and increasing coverage.
So you're okay going out there every day still saying that this is going to work out?
It's something that has to be discussed, watched, and monitored. Jury's still out on whether it'll work.
What do you think of that, Rich?
Well, I think the enrollment numbers show that the worst case scenario for the administration, that the thing would just crash on launch. That's not going to happen. It's going to stumble along. But one, we don't know how real these numbers are because you don't actually know how many people are paying, which is a key point. And then also, you don't know how many were insured, got bumped off their old insurance because of Obamacare, and now are signing up on the exchanges, and the administration is hailing it as a big number. Some of the estimates from the surveys say 89% were previously insured.
It's a great point, because they were asked yesterday how many people have paid. And I don't think they were given an answer, were they?
They don't have an answer. And the real issue, and I think Rich would probably concur with this, is that the economic logic behind the plan has yet to be proven out. We're getting encouraging numbers on the sign-up. I think that that's good. Every American should be pleased. But until we have a clear sense as to whether it is financially and medically a viable and logical plan, the jury's still out.
Well, to that point then, Rich, what happens if the numbers stay the way they are and they don't meet their minimum?
I mean, they will defend this to the last man, and it'll take Republicans having to have the House and the Senate and the presidency to repeal it. But it will stumble on sort of as a husk of itself if it continues to go the way it is. And look, the whole idea of this was you're going to achieve universal coverage and you were going to reduce costs. And both of those things, I think, are definitely false. CBO says in 10 years you still have 30 million people who are uninsured, and this is pushing premiums up for most people.
Sorry, continue. Finish your point.
It's pushing premiums up for most people and cushioning the blow for some who are eligible for subsidy.
This 30 million number, you remember that in 2010. That was the number that we were told to the White House that did not have insurance in America. So 10 years from now, you're still saying that 30 million people will remain uninsured.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
They have set the apple cart of American health insurance, and there's still going to be tens of millions of people uninsured. And look, because, Bill, this thing is going to stumble on, it's incumbent on Republicans to have a better answer. And you're beginning to see that. You have a proposal in the Senate that would cover as many people probably as Obamacare, but do it at a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the disruption that we're seeing.
And that's the real problem. The Republicans have just been playing no to Obamacare. They haven't done what Rich has discussed, which is to articulate a concurrent, common vision of what would the alternative be. At the same time, the White House has shown no willingness to bargain to try to fix Obamacare. Both, I think, are sad.
Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Doug Schoen, Rich Lowry. We'll talk again next week.
We will.
Okay. I'm going back outside.
Get your hat.
I'll see you out there.